Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Economic Interpretation. Today, we are going to discuss daily current affairs of 24th June 2021. And you can join our Telegram channel and download the link of this PDF lecture. And we start with our 24th June 2021 daily current affairs. And our first question: which day we celebrated as United Nations Public Service Day? So in recently last day, our 23rd June, we celebrate as United Nations Public Service Day, and the theme of this year is to innovating the future public service, new government modes for new era to reach the SDG, the full form of SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. We have to remember the theme for the exam perspective, and the main motto to celebrate this day is to highlighting the contribution of the public service or public servant in our development process, and to value the public service to the community. So how public service or public servant help to develop our society or our economy. To remember this, the 23rd June we celebrate as the public service day. And on 20 December 2002, the United Nations General Assembly designed 23rd June per annum to watch as United Nations Public Service Day. So basically 20 June 2002 first decided United Nations to celebrate 23rd June as a public service day, and on the resolution 57 to 77. Now go to our next question. Jammu and Kashmir government cancel which Jatra due to COVID-19. So recently, Jammu and Kashmir government cancel Amarnath Jatra due to increase in COVID cases day to day, and the decision was taken after a meeting which is conducted between Sri Amarnath Shrine Board and Manoj Sinha, Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir. And by this meeting, they decided to stop this Jatra for this year, and all those traditional religion rituals shall be performed from the shrine. Now go to our next question. Recently, which country's acting PM Nicole Pashinyan has won parliamentary election? So the correct answer is Armenia. Recently, Armenia Prime Minister Nicole Pashinyan won parliamentary election, and most of the people think that PM Nicole Pashinyan in this year maybe not won this election, because the widely blame for military defeat in last year in Nagorno-Karabakh enclaves, and but Nicole Pashinyan kept his power in parliamentary election, and he won total ballot vote 53.92% votes, and capital of Armenia Yerevan, and currency used in Armenia, Armenian dram, and it is a country located in Asia, which population 29.6 lakhs according to 2019 World Bank data. Now go to our next question. Who became Indian Air Force first woman fighter pilot from Jammu and Kashmir? So Mahua Sudan, he is from Jammu and Kashmir, first as a IAF officer, Indian Air Force officer as a woman joined, and she is the 12th female fighter pilot to be included in IAF, and the first female officer Bhavna Kant, he is the first IAF Indian Air Force officer, and in IF's headquarters located in New Delhi and founded in 8 October 1932 India, and in Commander in Chief President of India Ramnath Kovind. And Mawa Sudan is from Lamberi village, which is near of line of control in Rajouri district of Jammu division. Now go to our next question. India signed MoU with which country for cooperation in the field of agriculture and allied sectors? So recently, India and Fiji signed MoU agreement between them, and the full form of MoU is Memorandum of Understanding. MoU stands for, and it's this pact is signed by virtual meeting, which is held between Union Minister for Agriculture in India and Farmers Welfare Minister of India, and Sri Narendra Singh Tomar, who is the Union Minister for Agriculture, and Mohendra Reddy, Ministry of Agriculture, and the government of Fiji. And this MOU is signed for agriculture and allied sector for the both the countries, and MOU will further strengthen the multi-fact cooperation between these two countries. And capital of Fiji is Suva, and Fiji currency Fijian dollar, and president of Fiji. BRICS Summit on Green Hydrogen Initiative 2021. So it's an important question because India in 2021 organizing BRICS Summit on Green Hydrogen Initiative, and the summit scheduled to start 22nd June, and by the NTPC full from National Thermal Power Corporation, and India scheduled to host this 2 day summit on green hydrogen project, and country like Brazil, Russia, China, South Africa take part in this project, and the countries will discuss their initiative around the emission of the free fuel, and the 2021 BRICS Summit is the 13 number annual BRICS Summit in this year. Now go to our next question. BCCI has announced how much amount as the financial assistance to Indian athlete participating in Tokyo Olympics. So recently BCCI announced to help the athlete participating team, those who are joined to play in Tokyo Olympic. So BCCI announced a 10 crore package for the Olympic team, and BCCI is the world largest cricket body by financially. So yeah, the BCCI, the richest cricket body, come forward to help Indian team going to participate in the Olympic Games, and the BCCI took this decision meeting on the Sunday. So President Saurabh Ganguly and the Secretary Jai Sahab took this decision, and President of BCCI is Saurabh Ganguly, and is headquartered in Mumbai and founded December 1928. Now go to our next question. British Academy of Film and Television Award BAFTA announced who is date for 2022. So recently BAFTA announced their date to distribution prize ceremony in 2022. So the date is 13 March 2022. British Academy of Film and Television Awards announced on this day, and this event will be broadcasted in the UK on BBC One, according to a press release. And the last year 2021 BAFTA Film Award saw owned by Chol Zhao win the best director. So Chol Zhao is win the best director award for Nomadland. The name of the movie is Nomadland, and this film is led by France McDormand. France McDormand being the named as the best actress, and another best actor BAFTA won The Father movie, which is directed by Florian Zeller, and in this movie Anthony Hopkins won the best actor, and Yunnan Zhang and Daniel Kaluuya awarded in the Best Supporting Acting categories for this movie. Now go to our next question. Which UT has started community classes to save classwork culture? So recently, Ladakh UT started their community classes due to COVID-19 pandemic, and UT administrator starts community classes to save classwork culture impact of education to start from internet suffer area, as in Ladakh UT there is not too many places connected with the internet, so they already started community classes to help those children. And community classes started with the help of government teachers, and by the voluntary those teachers voluntarily want to include in this mission, they can join, and pre-members of the village also join in this mission. And and already 385 community teaching classes started, and one and 1711 teachers and 2166 volunteers already joined in this program, and estimated 18,539 students are presently being impacted teaching in these community classes in Kargil district. And the most important thing for these class are available open spaces with the student and of different schools in one class. So different schools student can join in same class by this program, and it's also in under the open space. Now go to our next question. Reliance aimed which year to become carbon neutral? So now recent days most of the big tech giant took decision to make them carbon neutral in future for the climate change issue. And by this initiative, Reliance India also aim to make carbon neutral by 2035. So in 2035, Reliance aim to be carbon neutral, and CEO of Reliance India, Mukesh Ambani, and founded Dhirubhai Ambani, and founded 8 May 1973 in Maharashtra. And India and to achieve this goal, Reliance India Limited will build an optimal mix reliable, clean, affordable energy with hydrogen, wind, and solar cells. So Reliance shift their energy source from petrol and diesel to some solar cell or wind energy or hydrogen energy. And Ambani make this statement at a time when the climate is changed and has become a major issue for investors, because nowadays investors are most interested in those companies which are not only depend on petrol and diesel energy, also depend on carbon neutral energy like hydrogen and wind and solar energy. Now go to our next question. Tokyo Olympic Committee has allowed maximum how many people to watch live games? So recently Tokyo Olympic Committee take this decision to allow 10,000 people to watch live games. The Tokyo Olympic will allow some local fans and attend when the game open in just over the month. So just over a month, the Tokyo Olympic is going to held, and the organizing committee official and IOC said on Monday that they can only allow 10,000 people for watch the live games, and organizers set a limit of 50% of capacity up to maximum 10,000 fans for all Olympic venues. And the decision was announced after a joint meeting between local organizer International Olympic Committee and the International Paralympic Committee and the Japan's government and government of Metropolitan Tokyo. Now go to our next question. Our next question: Rani Rampal and Manpreet Singh named captain of which playing team? So recently, Rani Rampal and Manpreet Singh named captain of hockey team, which is going to Tokyo for Olympic in 2021. Now, some achievements of Manpreet. Under Manpreet captaincy, India team won Asia Cup 2017 and the Asian Championship Trophy in 2018 and the FIH Service Final in 2019. Also, the team led by Manpreet made in quarterfinals of the FIH Men's World Cup 2018 in Bhubaneswar. And under Rani's captaincy, the India team over the past 4 years have achieved significant results, including winning the Asia Cup 2017. So under Rani's captaincy, India team won Asia Cup in 2017, winning silver at Asian Games 2018 and silver at Asia Champions Trophy 2018, as well as winning the FI Service Final in 2019. And also the team led by Rani made the quarterfinals of the FIH Women's World Cup 2018 in London for the first time in history. Now go to our next question. Which city in India ranked as one of the top 5 technological countries in Asia Pacific? So recently Bengaluru ranked in top 5 cities in this list, and this report published by Growth Engines of Innovation, how Asia Pacific technology hubs and are resurfing regional real estate. And in this list, Beijing, Shanghai, Bengaluru, Shenzhen, and Singapore are ranked as top 5 technological centers in APAC, and Hyderabad also in the rank of 10 in this list. Now go to our next question. Which day we celebrate as International Olympic Day? So last day, June 23, we celebrate as International Olympic Day. And the main motto to celebrate this day is to encourage people to join or to participate in Olympic Games and spread awareness about the event and promote the Olympic movement. And based on the three pillar move, learn, and discover, the Olympic game hold in every year. And the International Olympic Committee IOS approved the observe Olympic Day in January 1948. So first in January 1948, the first Olympic game held, and the creation of the modern day Olympic Games was inspired by the ancient Olympic Games held in Olympia, Greece, for 8th century BC to 4th century AD. So nowadays, the which Olympic held, it's inspired by the ancient Olympics, which is held in Greece in 18th century BC and the 4th century AD. And International Olympic Committee headquarter located in Lausanne, Switzerland, and which President Thomas Bach and founded 23rd June 1894 in Paris, France. Now go to our next question. Which day we celebrate as the International Widows Day? So June 23, our last day, is important for celebrating many days. Celebrate as the International Widows Days, and Lumba Foundation first take this initiative to for this International Widows Days in 2005, and finally on 23rd June 2010 it officially recognized by the United Nations General Assembly that 23rd June celebrated as International Widows Days. And the day is widely known to draw attention to the voice and experience of widows, and to support the several women around the world after losing her life partner, face challenges and do long-term struggle for the basic needs, their human rights and dignity. Now go to our next question. Who awarded prestigious CEU Open Society Prize for 2021? Correct answer: KK Sailaj Sailja. KK Sailja won 2021 prestigious award CEU Open Society Prize, and the Central European University CEU Open Society Prize for 2021 has been awarded to KK Sailja, former health. He is a former health minister of Kerala, and the award was presented to her in recognition of her determined leadership and community-based public health work, saving lives during the pandemic. So for his work in during the pandemic, she won this award. And CEU Central European University found this award in 1991, and this award was found by George Soros, a Hungarian-born political and activist. Now go to our next question. Habba Khatun, this is the name of book, released by whom? So recently, Arvind Guru released Habba Khatun book, and Kajol Suri, who written this book. So Kajol Suri written the name of the book Habba Khatun, and this book is released by Arvind Guru. And Sanjana Prakasan published this book. And Habba Khatun, also known by the honorary title the Nightingale of Kashmir, was a Kashmiri poet and and aesthetic. She was the wife of the Yusuf Sheikh Chak, the last emperor of Kashmir. Now go to our next question. Who appointed as the director of NIMHANS? Nimans. So Pratima Pratima Murthy Pratima Murthy appointed as the director of NIMHANS, and Dr. Pratima Murthy, the head of the Department of the Psychiatrics in National Institutes of Mental Health and Neuroscience, Bengaluru, has been appointed as the director of the institute for a period of 5 years. So he is appointed for the period of 5 years, and she will retire in March 2026. And she also awarded World No Tobacco Day 2021 by the WHO World Health Organization. Now go to our next question. Recently, which state government launched Ashirwad scheme? So recently, Orissa government launched a scheme for helping students or children who lost his parents due to COVID-19, and children who lost both their parents of the main earning of who are main earning member of the family on or April 1st, 2020 will be eligible to cover under this scheme. And as per the announcement, 2500 per month will be provided those whose children lost their parents, and 1500 will be provided those who have lost single parents to the virus on or April 1st, 2020. Governor of Orissa Ganeshilal and its capital Bhubaneswar, its population 4.37 crore according to 2014 World Bank data, and its chief minister Naveen Patnaik. Now, last question: which smartphone company develop a technology to charge phone with sound? So recently, Xiaomi, the company smartphone company from China, developed technology to charge phone with sound. So Chinese smartphone maker Xiaomi has developed a technology that allows smartphone and other electrical device to charge using sound, and the system use mechanism for storing energy and sound charge. So it's convert the vibration from sound into waves into alternative current, and which it then convert to DC power and charge smartphone. So basically it's just transform the sound waves into alternative current, which is DC power, and charge it, and use this power to help charge all device. And that's for today. If you like this video, you can like, share and subscribe our channel, and also join our Telegram channel to download the PDF of this lecture. Thank you.